Good day, students from St. Lorenzo Ruiz, St. Pedro Calungsod, and St. John Paul II. I'm Ma'am Tina, your teacher in English 10 World Literature. In this video, I will discuss some lessons that I think some of you find it hard to understand. So sit back, relax, and please stay with me for the rest of this video. Before we begin, please grab your modules and your Smart Class English 10 book with you. Nandyan na po ba ang iyong module at English 10 book? Kung ganon, simulan na natin. First, we will discuss on page 117 of your Smart Class English 10 book. Kung nandun na kayo, it says there that communication fails when the listener does not understand the spoken message. So, masasabi nating hindi na effective communication ang nangyayari kapag hindi na maintindihan ng mga nakikinig yung message na pinapabigay o sinasabi nung speaker. Ano ba ang magagawa natin bilang listeners para i-save yung communication na yon? Okay. First, we can clarify points that are unclear. So, you will notice your teachers during the old normal na, is there any questions that you want to ask? Ganun ang sinasabi nila during or after the discussion, di ba? So, that's okay, that situation, in that situation, the teacher gives you the opportunity to save the communication. Kasi, binibigyan kanya ng oras or time para itanong yung mga hindi mo naiintindihan. Number 2, repeat the message or any of its parts. So, it happens on you. Hindi mo naman siya sasabihin na bigla-bigla sa speaker na bigla mong uulitin yung sinabi niya, 'di ba? It's a little kind of disrespectful para sumabat ng ganon or sabihin agad-agad na ganon. So, in yourself, you can just, if you are having doubt in your understanding about the message, you can try to repeat the message in your head. And then, simplify or rephrase the message. Then, in this type of saving the communication, the failing communication, you can rephrase the message after it was said. So, ganito, ganito, ang science ay ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. You can say to the speaker na, Sir or Ma'am, ang sinasabi niyo po ba ang science ay ganito, ganito. Tama po ba yung pagkakasabi niyo? Ay, tama po ba ang pagkakaintindi ko? You can tell that or you can do that. And then, you can also give non-verbal signs. Ano ba ang non-verbal signs? Ang non-verbal signs, hindi ka nagsasalita pero nakikita siya sa mga galaw mo. For example, there is a speaker in front of you and then you cannot understand what's the message is all about. Then you can just maybe shake your head or you can frown, anything. You can do anything as long as it's not disrespectful. So by just shaking your head, the speaker will notice you and maybe the speaker will think that baka yung listener ko na yon hindi niya naintindihan yung sinabi ko. Let me repeat that again. So yun po. Now, let's discuss page 22 and page 74 of your Smart Class English 10. Ang una po nating pag-uusapan ay page 22. So, ipunta niyo po ang page ng inyong libro sa page 22. Okay, so nakasaad dyan, informational listening. This is a very simple topic, so let's not explain it further. So informational listening is the type of listening that we use to get or learn facts. Yun lang po ang definition ng informational listening. That is the easiest way to describe it. So, ginagamit natin ang informational listening kapag nakikinig tayo sa teacher, at the same time ay nagsusulat tayo sa ating notebook. So, lahat ba ng sinasabi ni teacher sinusulat niyo sa notebook? No, right? We are only looking for the keywords and the facts or terminologies that the teacher is saying. So, for example, the topic is English. Ang dami-dami kong sinasabi ngayon, right? Pero kapag kunyari, nagla-lecture kayo ngayon, ang isusulat nyo lang ay yung informational listening mismo at yung definition na sinabi ko, which is to get or learn facts. Ito yung nakikita nyo, kunyari, ito yung PowerPoint ko ngayon, ito yung notebook ko. So, ang makikita lang sa notebook, kapag informational listening ang ginagamit mo, while lecturing or while taking notes from the lecture, eto. Informational listening to get or learn facts. Yun po ang informational listening. How about, let's move on to page 74 of your book. Take time to change the page. Okay, discriminative listening ang nakasaad dyan. Ano bang discriminative listening? Discriminative listening is being attentive to the verbal aspects of the spoken texts. So ano ba ang mga verbal aspects natin? Under the verbal aspects is the grammar. Ano pa? Figurative speech. Ano pa? Marami pa pong iba. So, ang pinaka-common dyan, yung grammar and figurative speech, nakakasabi ko lang. So, sa discriminative listening, hindi siya ganun kadalas na nagagamit ng mga estudyante, lalo na ng mga bata or mga on high school. Sa college, medyo nagagamit na natin siya. Discriminative listening kasi, puro verbal aspects lang yung pinapakinggan natin. Saka, the fine example about this listening is me. I am an English teacher. So, kapag ako ay nakikinig ng mga poems or mga short stories, mapapansin ko yung mga verbal aspects niya. Kunyari, parang hindi bagay yung ginamit niyang adjective dyan sa sentence niya. Parang mali yung grammar niya sa ganitong sentence na ginamit niya o sinabi niya. Kadami-dami niya namang simile na nagamit dun sa poem niya. So, ganun po ang discriminative listening. Puro po verbal aspects ang napapansin nyo sa spoken text, such as speeches or poem recital, storytelling, ganun po. Okay, let's move on to our topic, discourse markers. This presentation aims to discuss the topic comprehensively. As you go through the slides, I want you to ask yourselves these couple of questions. How will I make use of discourse markers to be an effective communicator? And how will I make use of discourse markers to reflect my attitude? So, hindi ba nakakabilib na just by using discourse markers, kaya na nating ipakita yung ugali natin. So, before we go to the comprehensive discussion of discourse markers, let's first define it. Discourse markers are very helpful when it comes to oral communication, such as speaking in our daily lives, especially when you are expected to speak in English. During those times, discourse markers will help you organize your thoughts or ideas, speak fluidly, and even show your attitude. So, ang mga discourse markers po, ito yung mga salitang ginagamit lang natin kapag nagsasalita tayo in English. Siyempre po, English ang ating subject, kaya English po yung pananalita. Magagamit po natin yan kapag English ang gamit nating lengguwahe o wika sa pananalita. On this slide, we will talk about the discourse markers that we use to organize what we speak. Meron po tayong tatlong discourse markers dito, which are now, well, and so. Ginagamit po natin yon sa pinakaunahan at pinakahuli ng ating conversation or talk. So, meron po tayong example dito sa bawat discourse marker. Yung pinakauna po ay now. Let me just read it to you. Now, I am honored to present the voice behind two Disney princesses, Leia Salonga. So, I used now in the beginning of the conversation or talk. So, kapag inalis po natin yung now na yan, magiging, I am honored to present the voice behind two Disney princesses, Leia Salonga. Kumbaga, naging less friendly po yung pagkakasabi o pananalita ng host kapag walang now. Tsaka parang medyo awkward siya because I am honored to present the voice behind two Disney princesses, Leia Salonga. O tapos, ano naman kung honored ka, 'di ba? Parang iba yung impact sa audience. Pero kapag sinabi nating now, I am honored to present the voice behind two Disney princesses, Leia Salonga. Iba po yung dating niya sa iyong listeners. Pangalawa, well. Dito ay ginamit din siya sa unahan ng talk, which is, well, are you ready for the afternoon mass? Kumbaga, mas less formal yung pagkasabi kung sino man yung nagsalita nun. That's the use of discourse markers. Tapos, pangatlo, so. So, nakalagay doon, so, how are you feeling? So, nasa simula po siya ng conversation or talk. How about yung isa? So, do you have any question or clarification? Meron siyang naka-asterisk doon sa baba. Let's read it together. Notice that this is a common question of a teacher when the class or discussion is about to end. Ito po yung perfect example na ginagamit natin yung so sa end of conversation. Kasi during the discussion with your teacher, isa pong mahabang conversation ang nangyayari. So, at the end of conversation, pwedeng sabihin ni teacher, so, do you have any question or clarification? Heto po yung heto po yung kasunod ng discourse markers na ginagamit natin to organize what we speak. Pero po, magkaiba ang function nila. Kung dati, we use discourse marker at the end or at the start and at the end of the conversation or talk, yung discourse markers po natin na dalawa dito, ang function niya ay pag-change or pag-manage ng topic. So, ginagamit natin yung anyway and by the way, kadalasan, di ba? Pero alam niyo ba yung pagkakaiba nila? Actually, there's a distinction between anyway and by the way. And we are about to know that. Okay, so anyway can be used to introduce another topic and return to the previous topic. So, ginagamit natin yung anyway kung gusto nating magsingit ng bagong topic, pero pwede rin nating balikan yung dati nating topic together with our kadaldalan. Kasama natin ang ating kausap. So, ang example dito, A and B, person A, person B, okay? So, are you going home to Baguio City this weekend? Person B, yes, how about you? What are you doing this weekend? Person A, maybe watch some movies and rest after the mass on Sunday. Person B, good. Person A, anyway, Can you buy me some strawberry jam when you get back? So, binalik po niya yung topic nila about Baguio City. Kasi ang una nilang topic ay, 'di ba, tinanong ni person A kung pupunta ba siya o babalik ba siya sa Baguio City this weekend. Tapos sabi niya, "Oo, ikaw ba, anong gagawin mo sa weekend?" Kumbaga, naiba na yung topic niya. The topic is not about person B anymore. It's not about person B anymore, but person A na. Simula nung tinanong ni person B kung ano naman yung gagawin niya. Sabi naman ni person A, siguro nanonood lang ako ng mga movies at mamamahinga after the mass. Tapos sabi naman ni person B, good. Pero tapos na sana ang conversation nun, di ba? Pero binalik ni person A yung topic nila na nauna by using the discourse marker anyway. Okay, let's move on to by the way. So by the way can be used to introduce another topic but cannot introduce the previous topic. So kabaliktaran siya ng anyway na kung sa anyway pwede nating mabalik yung previous topic, by the way, hindi na natin kayang ibalik yon. So person A, it says here on the example, are you finished with your requirements? Person B, not yet, but I'm about to. Person A, that's great. By the way, don't forget about our meeting in 5 minutes. So, the previous topic is completely gone when person A used the discourse marker by the way. On this slide, we will discuss about the discourse markers that we use to put in order what we speak. So, ito yung mga discourse markers na medyo familiar tayo, lalo na kung gumagawa tayo ng essays or long paragraphs. Kasi, it's very common na we use firstly, secondly, thirdly, or first, second, third, lastly, first of all, last of all, and next. Kapag ino-organize natin yung sinasabi natin o nagsasabi tayo ng mga nakalista, di ba? So, dito sa example, alam ko namang alam nyo na to or you're already familiar with this discourse markers. So, let me just read the example here. I feel like today is going to be a beautiful day. First, I started my day praying to God for my family's well being. Second, I got a letter saying I passed the entrance exam in a prestigious university. And last of all, I adopted a kitten from my neighbor. I've always wanted to have a pet. So, dito sa example na to, nilista niya or inorganize niya chronologically yung nangyari sa araw niya, kaya niya nasabing beautiful day yung araw niya. Okay, ito naman po yung discourse markers na ginagamit natin for responding. Meron pong tatlong discourse markers dito, which is yung I see, absolutely, and sure. First, let's talk about I see. Hindi ko na nalagyan siya ng function kasi ito na mismo yung function niya sa taas, DMs for responding. Ginagamit lang natin itong mga discourse markers para mag-respond. Okay, so I see the example here is in the coffee shop. So, nasa coffee shop po. Imagine nyo sa coffee shop, merong person A and person B. Okay, sabi ni person A, can I have a small size cafe latte, please? Person B, I'm sorry, but it will take about 10 minutes to be ready. Are you willing to wait? A, person A, I see. I'll just have your original coffee. Person B, noted, coming right up. So, yung I see, na kumbaga, ang equivalent Tagalog word nun or Filipino word yun dito ay, parang, sige, yung original na lang na coffee. Parang ganun yung sinabi niya sa paggamit niya ng I see. Na-gets po ba? Okay, let's move on to absolutely. So, yung example dito, person A says, "Do you find the movie interesting?" Person B replied, "Absolutely." Oo naman. Yun po yung equivalent niya sa Filipino. Filipino context. Oo naman. Then, sure. "Hey, do you want to have dinner with us?" Sure. Parang, sige, pwedeng-pwede. Yun yung underlying message ng word na yun. Now, we're going to discuss discourse markers to show attitude. So, kanina, na sabi ko na akalain mo yun, discourse markers pwede magpakita ng attitude mo. So, heto na po, magdi-discuss na tayo about doon. So, the first function we have here is to show sympathy. Ano po ba ang sympathy? Nakikipag-simpatya in Tagalog. So, para bang na, nakikiramay ka. Or yung feelings niya, either masaya siya, it doesn't matter kung masaya siya, kung malungkot siya, kung excited siya, basta nakikiramdam siya sa nakikiramdam ka sa nararamdaman niya. So, ang discourse marker na example dito ay terrible. Ang example naman ay, person A, "My sister broke her leg while playing volleyball yesterday." Person B, "That's terrible." Kumbaga, ay, parang kawawa naman. Pero hindi naman literally it means kawawa naman. Pero para bang, hindi ko kasi alam ang Tagalog, ang equivalent niya sa Filipino word. Pero it's something that you say in English discourse na makikisimpatya ka sa kausap mo. Oh, that's terrible. Pagka gano'n. Kung naririnig niyo sa mga movies minsan, gano'n yung discourse markers na ginagamit nila. Ano ba ang positive na discourse marker example para mag-show pa ng sympathy? Hmm, that's exciting. Okay, so for example, person A says that we're going to have a vacation. Um, we're going to have a vacation outside the country next year. Then the person B could say, "Oh, that's exciting. So keep safe travels." So the person B could say those discourse markers. So hindi lang po siya terrible ha. Marami pa pong discourse markers na pwede mong gamitin. Katulad ng exciting. Then, next to show interest. The discourse markers are yeah and right. Tapos, to show surprise, really or really. Depende yun sa tono mo kung paano ka mag-act ng surprise. So, sa dalawang function na yan, merong isang example na conversation. So, person A says, "I was on my way to the grocery store earlier." B, yeah, to show to show interest na gusto niyang marinig yung magiging kwento ni person A. Okay, person A said in reply that, "I had to because I need to buy something." Then person B says, "Really? Right? Right?" And then person A, "And all of a sudden, I saw my crush." Oh my, really? So para bang yung yeah and right, person B says or shows her or his interest by saying yeah and right. So para bang pag sinabi kasi, "Oh, I was on my way to the grocery store earlier." Yeah, para bang sige, tuloy mo. Parang ganun yung sinasabi ni person B. Yung underlying message nung yeah ay continue. Tapos, person A says, "I had to because I need to buy something." Tapos sabi ni B, "Okay, okay." Tapos, parang ganun yung Filipino equivalent nun, ay, yung equivalent nun sa Filipino context, right? O sige, tapos, ano pa? Parang ganun yung sinasabi ni person B. Tapos, sabi ni person A, "And all of the sudden, I saw my crush." Oh my, really? Kumbaga, kung tatagalugin natin, oh talaga? Parang ganon. Okay, so let's move on to the other side. I mean, to the another slide. On this slide, still, yung discourse marker na pag-uusapan natin ay to show attitude. Pero, iba na naman yung function niya. Ang function dito ay to show opinion. So, puro opinion. Magagamit natin yung discourse markers nito kung gusto natin i-outspoken yung opinion natin tungkol sa isang bagay. So, alam ko familiar naman na kayo sa if you ask me, I think, and then obviously. So, I will just discuss obviously kasi hindi siya commonly na ginagamit. Okay, so obviously, we have an example here na we will obviously have to pay for the damage done to the window. So, we will obviously, kumbaga, para sa'yo, matik na kailangan nating matik. Okay, it's a very jargon, jargon na ano. Okay, automatic na para sa'yo na kailangan yung magbayad kasi meron kayong damage na merong dinamage niyo yung window, di ba? So, parang para sa'yo, matik, automatic na. Kung gagamitin natin yung obviously, para sa'yo, automatic na dapat magbayad kayo kasi may damage kayong nagawa dun sa window. Kumbaga, ganun yung ibig sabihin ng obviously. We will obviously have to pay for the damage done to the window. Kailangan talaga nating magbayad. Okay, so yun ang ibig sabihin nun. Our second to the last slide about discourse markers. Still, we use this discourse markers to show attitude, but we have two functions left here. So, under the function of sounding less direct, kumbaga hindi ka straightforward, I just probably and perhaps. Yung perhaps po, it is same meaning with maybe. Okay? So example for just is, can I just ask you a question? Pwede bang matanong kita? Probably. We can probably add some more water to the sauce. Para bang? Siguro pwede pa natin lagyan ng tubig yung sauce kasi masyadong matamis o masyadong maalat. So, probably, we can probably, siguro pwede natin. Ganun po yung Filipino context nun. Tapos, perhaps, is this perhaps one of your first times driving a car? Ito ba yung isa sa mga una mong beses na minaneho yung kotse o yung sasakyan? Okay, let's move on to burst of feeling. Ito yung parang, ano mo yun, burst of feeling. Bigla-bigla mong nararamdaman. Ganon. Kumbaga masaya ka, or nag-aalala ka, or nandidiri ka, yun. Okay, we have here yippee. Hindi naman to. Yehet. Or yehey. Ganon yung equivalent niya, or other words niya. Oh no. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Ganon po yung ibang words niyan. Yuck. Kadiri. Ganon. Yuck. Okay. Alam ko naman familiar na kayo dito. So, let me just read the example. The meeting's been canceled. Yippee! Or yehey! Diba? Saya nyo? Saya ko din. Tapos, susunod ay, I've just dropped a box of eggs. Oh no! Oh my God! Oh my gosh! How could you do that? It's so expensive. Pwede mo sabihin yon. Then, yuck! I don't think this dessert looks very fresh. Yuck! Ang arte, diba? Pero, okay na. So, yuck, oh no, yippee, just, probably, perhaps, are also discourse markers to show attitude. Now, we will talk about the ethics and techniques in public speaking from Simon Sinek. Okay, so the first ethics and techniques from Simon Sinek is don't talk right away. So, alam ko namang naranasan niyo ng magsalita sa harapan ng maraming tao or in front of the class. Minsan, inuunahan tayo ng kaba. So, we must overcome that nervousness or anxiety. Dahil minsan, kapag inuunahan tayo ng kaba, nagsasalita tayo right away once na nakatayo tayo sa harap ng maraming tao. So, yung tendency kasi, kapag hindi mo nilabanan yung anxiety and nervousness na yan, you talk too much and mabilis kang magsalita. So, once you get up on that stage or in front of the people, take your time. Inhale and exhale and don't talk right away. Second, show up to give, not to take. Okay. So, dito naman, meron kasing mga ibang speakers, lalo na pag sikat na sikat, at the end of their speech, nagpa-plug pa sila ng sarili nila. They say, follow me in this social website and you will learn more about this and that. Or, kunyari, nagbebenta sila ng mga books. So, if you want to learn more about my speech and about this topic, you can just buy my book at this price on every bookstores that you may find around or near you. Ganon yung ginagawa nila. So, Simon Sinek says that you should not speak just to carry your own chair, 'di ba? Para bang you have to speak for them because you want to give information, but not to take or not to benefit from them and not to take advantage to your listeners. Third, make eye contact with audience members one by one. So, in order to be an effective public speaker, or yes, speaking in public, you have to make connection with your listeners. So, hindi lang yung basta nagsalita ka sa harap without knowing na hindi na pala nakikinig sa'yo yung listeners mo. So, sabi nga ni Simon Sinek, you are not speaking at them. You are speaking with them. Dapat, nangungusap din sila sa'yo. Hindi ikaw lang yung salita ng salita. Kasi just by looking at your listeners, you will know that they understand you or they are entertained and you are an effective listener just by looking at them. Makikita mo kung interesting ba or yes, interested ba sila sa'yo or interested ba sila sa content ng sinasabi mo. Kung they are willing to make eye contact or they are not avoiding your vision or gazes at them. So, I repeat, make eye contact with audience members one by one. Fourth, ethics and techniques in public speaking from Simon Sinek is speak unusually slowly. So, related siya sa first ethics and techniques na sinabi natin kanina, which is don't talk right away. So, yun nga, kapag kinakabahan ka, mabilis yung pintig ng puso mo, bumibilis din yung pananalita mo. Kasi sumasabay siya sa pintig ng puso mo. Kaya, you should break that. You need to overcome your anxiety and nervousness. So one of the things that you can do in order to break that is to speak unusually slowly. It's okay. The people will wait for you to speak or the people will listen. So, kasi hawak mo yung oras ng mga listeners mo. They have no choice. Nandun sila. Especially kapag nasa seminar ka, hindi sila pwedeng tumayo, umalis, maliban na lang kung they need to use the comfort room. You control their time. They paid for you to speak. Or kapag merong program sa ating school, kailangan mong magsalita. So, they have to watch you perform. it's fine because hawak mo yung oras nila. Maliban na lang kung sinasadya mo talagang sobrang bagal, sinasadya mong mainis sila sa'yo. So, ang point lang dito is you have to break the anxiety and the nervousness that may affect your performance negatively. So, one of the things to avoid that is to speak unusually slowly. Fifth, you need to ignore the naysayers. Sino ba yung mga naysayers na yan? Sila yung mga napapansin mo as you make eye contact to your audience, eh yung napapansin mong hindi ganon ka-interesado sa speech mo or sa content na sinasabi mo. You must ignore them because the negative effect or the worst effect of them is maaapektuhan yung performance mo. Hindi siya kumbaga papaapekto ka sa mga reaction nila, sa mga negative reaction nila. Ang worst na epekto nun sa performance mo, eh, mauutal-utal ka. O kaya naman, eh, panghihinaan ka ng loob. So, it may affect your confidence, your stage presence, and even the content that you're saying, and how you deliver it. So, kailangan matuto kang huwag pansinin yung mga negative na nakikita mo habang nagsasalita ka. The second to the last ethics and techniques in public speaking from Simon Sinek is turn nervousness into excitement. So, it's a mind trick na imbis na i-embrace yung nervousness or anxiety mo, eh, gawin mo siyang excitement instead. So, I think it's one of the techniques from Simon Sinek. But in here, I just want to share it with you na whenever I'm nervous or whenever I have to speak in front of many people, aside from class, kasi teacher ako, kailangan ko magsalita sa loob ng classroom, di ba? But aside from that, I have anxiety in speaking in public, especially with the people I don't know. So what I do is, I always um, hold paper clip or anything metal and I imagine I am tricking my mind na yung metal na yon, it has the power to absorb all of the negative feeling and all of the nervousness inside me. So parang after doing that successfully, yung mind trick na yon, I feel nothing. Unti-unti, hindi naman I feel nothing at the start, but gradually, eventually, as I go on with the content of what I'm talking about, eh, nawawala na siya. So, it turns into excitement. Minsan pa nga sumusobra yung mga sinasabi ko. So, yes, you have to find a technique of your own personally kapag magsasalita ka or every time na meron kang gagawin na ninenervyos ka. You have to trick your mind. And one tricks that you may adapt is from Simon Sinek na turn nervousness into excitement. Finally, the last ethics and techniques in public speaking by Simon Sinek is say thank you when you're done. Okay, so let's consider the time of our listeners as a gift. And every time you receive a gift, you say thank you, right? To show how grateful you are. So, when it comes to public speaking, you also have to do that according to Simon Sinek. Kasi binigay ng mga listeners yung time nila sa'yo eh. And aside from that gift, eh, yung feedback nila just by clapping their hands, giving you a standing ovation, those are examples of gift that your listeners may give to you. So, in order to return how grateful you are or to show them how grateful you are, you have to say thank you. Either by bowing your head or, ito yung ginagawa ni Iron Man dyan sa ating slide. You can also do that. Pero depende yan sa audience mo. Kung mga bata sila or kapag funny yung binigay mong content, you can do that. But in informal, you can just say thank you. Simply just saying thank you is enough. Okay. So, those are the discussions. Please also watch the presentation number 2. is also uploaded. And I hope this presentation helped you in preparing for your exams. And alam ko maraming hindi naka gets masyado or hindi masyadong naintindihan ang discourse markers. That's why I uploaded this, or that's why I prepared this discussion. So, okay, so thank you for staying with me and listening to me up till the end. And may you have a great day ahead. Kalingang baste, may puso. Okay, thank you.